Marc-André, and you may have known me from the Jeunes Citoyens du Monde, and we love Mani Musical. So for the musical interviews, we love to cooperate. So here we go. Alors, MissyD's, this is from the Children's Festival a few weeks ago. N'est-ce pas, Madame MissyD's? Si vous ne la connaissez pas encore, eh bien, apprenez à la connaître et retenez ce nom. MissyD's, elle rappe depuis l'âge de 11 ans en français et en anglais. Est-ce que vous venez vraiment du Rwanda, la Côte d'Ivoire et le Zimbabwe? Quel parcours! MissyD's est une artiste de hip-hop, rap et soul qui fait de sa musique une forme de thérapie. Alors, pour le reste, vous pouvez lire, mais elle fait la fusion des mélodies, le R&B, le rap, le soul, le jazz, le rock et le hip-hop. Sa chanson, Yes Mama, les enfants me parlent de cette chanson, ils aiment cette chanson. Et j'aime ma maman et nous aimons tous les mamans. Alors, it is wonderful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Merci. Merci pour l'accueil. Merci aux enfants. Merci à tout le monde. Merci à vous qui nous regardez autour du Canada ou du monde. Bonjour à tout le monde. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Je vais nous mettre en vedette. Je ne sais pas si ça va fonctionner. On va l'essayer. Comme ça. Et nous allons passer à nos questions qui sont nos élèves, j'ai une élève, May, can you introduce yourself? What school do you go to?
My name is May. I go to Lower Secord Elementary.
Léra Secor, qui est une grande Canadienne. Alors, est-ce que j'ai tes questions ici? Où est mon téléphone? Tu vois? Il est dans tes mains. Alors, vas-y avec la première question.
OK. Pouvez-vous nous parler de vous et de votre parcours personnel et professionnel pour arriver où vous en êtes aujourd'hui?
Merci pour la question, mais mon parcours a commencé quand j'avais 11 ans. So, je ne sais pas si quelqu'un a 11 ans. Anybody 11 here?
How old are you guys?
Yeah,
11?
11.
Wow.
So when I was your age, I started rapping. J'ai commencé à 11 ans en français. I only spoke French at the time. Et donc, pour moi, j'étais très timide. I was very shy. I didn't talk a lot. Mais j'ai été encouragée par mon professeur d'école à écrire un texte, un rap. Et à la fin de l'année, pour la journée de la musique, on devait faire une prestation, un spectacle devant 50, 100 personnes, les parents, les enfants. Et je me suis mis très timide sur scène. I took the stage and for some reason, something happened that day. Et depuis ce jour, je rappe encore. Maintenant, je rappe non seulement devant 50 personnes, 100 personnes, 1000, 8000. So sometimes it varies from 50 people to my biggest audience was 8,000 people. Et puis maintenant, I speak English. So ça a changé au fur et à mesure parce que le hip-hop m'a permis d'apprendre l'anglais. So for some people, you're learning French through music. And I have a similar story because I think I learned English through music. And that's why I can speak to you in both languages et rapidement changer en français et vous parler.
Bravo, merci. Merci, May. Une autre? One more?
OK.
OK.
Plusieurs de nos participants aujourd'hui nous parlent bien du collectif Mani Musical. Que pensez-vous de Mani Musical et qu'est-ce que vous avez senti quand vous avez appris que votre chanson y était nominée cette année?
Bonne question. Salut Mani Musical, si vous nous regardez. Mani Musical a pris une très grande place dans ma vie, une place très spéciale. Mais au tout début, quand j'ai reçu un message des organisatrices de Mani Musical, I didn't know much about it. Je connaissais pas très bien Mani Musical. J'ai fait ma petite recherche, mais pas tellement, pas très bien, I would say. I didn't do my research very well. Parce que je pensais que c'était juste ces deux écoles et c'était pas 4000 écoles autour du monde. Donc, au fur et à mesure que la compétition a continué, j'ai dit, oh, c'est 4000 écoles. Like, Au début, je me suis dit, I'll start answering a few messages. I think I can answer everybody from 2 schools. But after 4,000, you can't answer every messages. And to this day, I'm still trying to answer a lot of people's messages, which is super sweet parce que ça démontre la beauté et la magie de Manie musicale. And the second thing I was going to say, c'est que quand j'ai vu la liste des artistes, c'est des artistes avec lesquels j'ai grandi. So these are artists I watched growing up. So to have my name next to any of these artists, Kinbe included, who won, is like a dream. It's like I didn't think I had a shot. So after when I got the email and the whole graph of everybody, I was like, I'm not gonna win this competition. Nobody knows me. I'm from Vancouver, and nobody knows the song. And come to find out, a lot of people liked it. Il y a beaucoup de gens qui ont connecté, qui ont aimé la chanson, et je les remercie parce que maintenant, ça me donne envie de chanter encore en français. Donc, c'est un grand merci à Manie musicale.
Mais c'est votre authenticité, MissyD's, qui touche le cœur des gens.
Ah, merci.
Et qui, vous avez vraiment une place particulière parce que j'entends tellement je reçois tellement de messages d'amour pour vous alors c'est spécial, c'est une relation spéciale.
Non, je sens ça et je pense que c'est grâce à la Manie musicale parce que ça m'a donné une place. Je pensais pas que j'allais partir dans les écoles et beaucoup d'élèves apprennent ces chansons, même s'ils parlent pas français. Even if they don't speak in French, any word of French, or they're still learning, they're learning the lyrics. And then I show up to their school and then they're singing along with me. And I'm like, wait, what? How do you know these lyrics? They're like, Missy, what does this mean? And I was like, okay, I'll explain it. Donc, c'est très beau à voir because pour moi, ça me rappelle mon enfance. C'est pour ça que maintenant, je chante même en anglais.
Alors, Cloverdale Catholic School, the student council is here with us. And you guys drove an hour to get here, am I right? Thank you for driving to come here. Who wants to go first? May, you can step aside and let another student. You can, behind me, that's fine. And anybody wants to step forward and ask your question. Yeah, introduce yourself.
My name is Bella and I go to Cloverdale Catholic School and I'm in grade 6. My question for you is, what is the favorite song that you've written?
Thanks for the question, Bella. I think the favorite song I have written is probably a tie between Cas Départ and Yes Mama. And the reason I usually say Yes Mama as my first answer is because not every time I perform, I have this tradition. So I play with a live band, kind of in that picture there. And we turn the camera around and we ask everybody to say hi to my mom because my mom is in Ivory Coast and the time difference is drastic. So she's usually asleep or waking up when I'm performing. So I can't call her live. So I film a video. And in that video, I always send it to her after the show. So it's like a special moment between my mom, though she can't be at my shows, that she gets to see all these wonderful people from Toronto to Vancouver singing Yes Mama to her. So I think it's my favorite song. Thank you, Bella.
Another person?
Hi, my name is Desiree and my question for you is, who inspired you the most?
Just in case the sound doesn't reach too well, she said, who inspired you the most?
Very, very important question. Thank you, Desiree. Who inspired me? A lot of people inspire me. I think everybody I meet usually inspires me. So like whether it's what happens right now in this room might inspire a song. You don't know. You'll be like, hey, Missy, maybe I should be featured on the song because you inspired it. Very true. But most of all, I think my family does inspire me the most. So of course my mom, but my dad as well. I have 2 older sisters and 1 older brother, so I'm the baby of the family. So I looked up to them a lot. They're like 10 and 12 years older than me. So for a long time, I was always like, oh, I need to be like them. And come to find out I need to be like myself with inspiration from others. And if it's not my family, it's my friends. So I surround myself with people that like challenge me to be the best version of myself as much as possible. Sometimes we get into arguments, but it's all for the love of getting be the best version of ourselves. Yeah.
Merci. And you guys understand merci beaucoup? Yeah, you can say merci after you. Okay. One more? You have one more? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Cloverdale Catholic School. My question for you is, if any people out there want to become a rapper, what are the first steps to?
Okay, well, that's a dope question too. If you want to become a rapper, what are the several things you need to do? I think an artist or a rapper or a creative person, whatever it is for you, similar to math, so I have a degree in science. You got to practice. So it's like a math problem, you have to practice a lot. I think you can't rap 50 words very fast the first time. If you do, maybe you are blessed that way, but I think it takes time to practice those cadences, the breath control. I'm not the fittest person, but I have good breath control because of how many times I have to say these words very fast, talk a lot. So practice comes first. 2, I think you need to get to know yourself. So like why you want to do it. Because maybe you want to do it for fun. Maybe it's your basketball, and that's cool too. Maybe it's something you want to really continue and build a career with, and that's cool too. But get to know yourself, get to know your why, because not everybody's gonna like your music. And then you have to like your music, or you have to know why you're doing it, which is beyond what others think of it. And then 3, build a community of people that you can learn from. So on that picture, I know there's like 4 pictures of me or something, and that's what the website wants to promote. But behind that picture, there's a band. So you have on guitar, you have Vinay Lobo, who's an amazing guitarist. So he teaches me a lot about guitar because I always wanted to play the guitar. On my right, there's Dave Taylor, who's hiding somewhere, who's a bass player. Right now plays the guitar for me because Vinay was traveling. And then we have Faven Kadani, who's like a trumpet player. And then usually I have a violin player, Sejal, and then a drummer whose name is Yato Mkusi. So all these people are like my friends. They're very talented and they're like-minded because they want to create and write a song. So if you can surround yourself with people that are going to teach you how to write a song, how to come up with the words, and it's okay to ask for help, kind of, you can become the best rapper you want to be. And then go to some open mics, get to know more people. And from open mics, you don't know who's sitting in the room. That person might own another big theater place, and they might hire you to go perform. And then word of mouth, and then the story goes on. It's a long answer, sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. I think you came a long way. So like we can allow at least one more question.
I'm happy to take a question from each person.
Okay.
Yeah.
My name's Ozichi and I'm in grade 6 at Cloverdale Catholic School. And my question for you is, what do you have to say to anybody who is an aspiring singer or rapper?
Position. Okay, that's a good question. And it connects to Eva's question as well. What I would tell someone is that your music is unique. So it might be inspired by many people. My music is inspired by all these folks I listened to growing up to the people I listen to today. But at the end of the day, when you're writing your own music, you're trying to sound like you, and nobody sounds like you. And if you can perfect that, if you can workshop that in a way that connects with others, that's what's surprising. Cas de Pan is my story. It's about me, but I think it connects with you, and you can make your own story out of it. You can be like, hey, my starting point is this next grade that I'm going into September. Or for me, my starting point was, hey, let me rap again in English. And that becomes like how you relate to people, but it's still stemming from who you are. Okay, let's see. All right.
One more. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Maureen, and I'm a grade 7 student at Cloverdale Catholic School. And my question for you today is, what made you want to become a rapper?
Oh, maybe. Okay, we're going back to the origin. I see how this connected. The questions are connected. So I think at the beginning, kind of going back to Ava's question, my definition of what rap was going to be in my life was that it was going to be my basketball. It was going to be the thing I do as a hobby. I like swimming. I like doing these other things. That's what I'm going to do. And I wanted to be a pediatrician. So I went to school for sciences. That was the dream. That was the goal. That's what my North Star was at the time. And then eventually, music kept following me. It was like, if I said stop, something happened. I would tell like someone, I was like, hey, by the way, I kind of rap. And then find out the whole school now knows I rap, and then I have to rap in front of them. So even when I moved to Vancouver, that happened again. And I wanted to still build community, so I kept doing it. And the more I did it, the more I was like, hey, maybe this thing is what I'm meant to be doing. So when you start feeling like, hey, maybe this is what I'm destined to do, then listen to that calling, that gut feeling. If it's something that could be just your basketball, that's cool too. Everybody has their hobbies. So who knows, maybe it'll become a hobby later on, and maybe I'll become a pediatrician. I don't know, to go back to school.
That would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Many musical teachers, I invite you to unmute, and we can allow at least 2 questions. Who wants to go first?
Thanks for the question, everybody.
Thank you, Cloverdale. Anybody would like to ask a question?
I don't have any questions, but I'll just say that my students loved your song. You had so many fans in my class, and then it made such a huge impression on them when you would actually respond to their messages. So thank you very much for taking the time to do that. They really, it meant so much to them. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Please let them know if I haven't responded to their message, I'm getting to it. It's just
No worries. No worries.
this time, but every day I try to do a couple of messages. So
I'm sure it must be hard. We appreciate it.
thank you.
Anybody else? MissyD's, c'était notre 68e entrevue dans 3 ans. Et c'est la première fois que quelqu'un vient en personne.
Oh,
Alors,
okay.
c'est très spécial pour nous, c'est spécial pour eux. Ces enfants-là ont fait des entrevues avec toutes sortes de gens incroyables,
Ouais.
mais ils voulaient te rencontrer.
Oh,
C'est
wow.
trop spécial pour eux, ils étaient nerveux. Et il y a des élèves ici qui me disaient comment ils étaient nerveux,
Ah,
mais c'est très spécial. Et en mon nom, au nom des jeunes citoyens du monde, au nom de tous les enfants qui sont ici, je vous offre un petit cadeau
merci beaucoup.
qui, à l'intérieur, c'est une carte qui va vous permettre d'aller boire à notre santé ou manger la délicieuse, le Cactus Club Café. Alors, vous allez pouvoir même inviter vos amis parce qu'ils devraient avoir assez pour un bon repas.
Merci beaucoup en
Allez.
tout cas.
Merci. Tout le monde dit merci, s'il vous plaît.
Merci.
Oui.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you.
Merci.
Yes, merci. Everybody say au revoir.
Au revoir.
Merci, au revoir.
Au revoir.
Merci tout le monde. Merci Mani Musical. Merci jeunes citoyens du monde.
Au revoir.
Here we go.
Au revoir.
Bum ba da dum bum bum ba da da ba da 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 bum 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 ba da bum ba da bum 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 bum.